Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way, just got in town, and I won't let cumulus clouds all in the sky ruin my vibe. Usually I don't do this often, but since recruiting isn't an option due to unusual rain and thunder, baby, I wonder, put your sweats on me. Yeah. I got the plug, I made the call for me. I'm talking late night for ya. Let me lay a great time on ya. Don't hesitate, no, don't you? Just say you will. Come through and chill. Just say you will.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Saying if you a bad bitch, put your hands up high. Hands up high. Hands up high. Tell them dim the lights down right now. Put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark room perfume. Go.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you when you're in the mood for empathy. There's blood in my pen. Better yet, with your friends and them. I really wanna know you off. I really wanna show you off. Fuck God, pour up plenty of champagne. Cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girlfriends and y'all curled in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party. Nigga don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga that ain't good, game home is sorry. They say conversation rule a nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs unless I write it down for real. P.S. You can get it. Don't you what you want? Oh, what it just put it in the song.
Now, let me ask you something. With all the distractions that you have off the field, how are you able to keep focused on winning football games as you do and do throughout the year? When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.
Marketing come up with that for him. Those were his phrases that he came up with, that he believed in.
Just win. Play hard. Try not to make mistakes. But don't worry about mistakes because there's only one thing that counts. Just win. Just win. Commitment to excellence. There's a commitment to excellence. The greatest players can get the greatest coaches. The great games we've played in, the flame that would burn brightest here is the will to win. Is the will to win. Is the will to win. Your commitment to excellence and your will to win will endure forever. You imagine.
Yo, welcome to another episode of the 2 for 1 Nation podcast. You already know what it is. My name is SC Experience, aka boy Eric, and I went the wrong direction this way. To my left over here, my boy Raider Twuan in the building. What's good, Twuan?
Hey, what's good, man? This is not just the 2 for 1 Nation podcast, but this is the Thanksgiving special. And again, we gotta give something special. So, hey, you guys out there in the chat, indulge me on this, okay? We want you to let us know what you're thankful for, okay? Let us know in the chat, and then later on, probably like at the end of the show, we'll let you guys know what we're thankful for. But everybody in the chat, there's something you're thankful for, so definitely put that in the chat. Let us know what you guys are thankful for. And again, it's the 2 for 1 Nation podcast. We in the building.
Yep, and we got a hard matchup this week, man, against the Kansas City Chiefs, man. A tough matchup at the end of the day, man. If you guys can, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. We're simulcasting on both channels over there. In the description is everybody's link everywhere from Instagram to our YouTube as well. On top of that, and go hit that like button. It helps out the algorithm. We appreciate everybody supporting us and stuff like that. Shout out to everybody in here though that's so far in here. I know this is a little bit later than usual, but hey, I ain't gonna lie, we're here. We're still here. Shout out to Robert Pena in the building. I want to give a shout out to everybody that's in here, man. Terrence in the building. What's good? Good to see you guys. Wild Turkey, salute. Hope all is well. Shout out to Terrence. Already dropping the links, man. You already know what it is. I appreciate that. Wild Turkey, what's good? What's good? Raider Resistance Prez is in the building. Salute. Shout out to Lake Show Raider. SC, what up, big homie? What's good, Lake Show? Good to see you, man. Hope all is well. Shout out to everybody in here, man. You already know the Lakers winning out here. It's good. It's a good feeling out here. It's a good feeling out here. He's the Erick losing his vision. Hell no. Shout out to Ed Capitan Rafael in the building. Avakazi Raider. Good to see you, man. Hope all as well. Shout out to you. Now he doesn't lose. I'm thankful for everyone here, man. You already know what it is, man. There you go. I'm thankful that I can put Raf on mute when he's up on the pen. God damn it. Happy Thanksgiving to my American brothers and sisters, man. Shout out to Avakazi, man. SoCal Sound in the building. Salute S Experience Twua. What's good? Good to see everybody in here, man. I'm thankful that Josh McDaniels' bitch ass is gone. Oh, that's funny, man.
Hey, this is gonna be a special. I already knew that was gonna happen. I knew Terrence was gonna say something crazy. Hey, say something crazy, but also you guys, come on, let's say something serious too. But I also ain't mad at that McDaniels though. I ain't mad at that. Thankful about McDaniels being out of here.
Facts. He says, Terrence, I'm thankful we're here without Mr. Wannabe GM. Not trying. God damn, everyone's going after. Oh, we knew this was gonna happen, but I love it. I love to laugh. Shout out to Desert Raider in the building. Shout out to Dirt Dan. Fuck them Chiefs. Can't wait to see Max slam the boy on his back. You already know what it is, man. We'll get to the Chiefs right now and Raiders. A very interesting thing right there, man. But shout out to everybody, man. He said, I wonder if SC is thankful for his. Hey, you don't know what I'm thankful for at the towards the end of the show, man. We'll give her thanks, man, and you'll see what we're thankful for, man. There's a lot of things to be thankful for, man. I'm blessed every day being here. Shout out to everybody though, man. Let's get straight into it, right? Obviously, a tough loss last week. A tough loss, a very interesting loss at that, man. Let me know what your thoughts, Twuan, on that Dolphins Raiders game last week, man.
You know, I said it over on my live, and I still hold on to that. I think the overall assessment for me, in regards to what contributed to last week's loss was rookies being rookies, and I'm not, obviously, if you heard what I said, I didn't say rookie being a rookie. I said rookies being rookies, which includes the three rookies, which are Aiden O'Connell, Antonio Pierce, and Bo Hardegree. I feel like there was a lot of decisions made that if they were seasoned in their respective positions, some of that stuff wouldn't have happened. And unfortunately, that's just where we're going to be. And that's just how it's going to be for, the rest of the season moving forward. And we're just going to have to roll with it. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be times where, one of those three is going to either do something really good or they're going to do something that's a rookie mistake. And I think that's really what contributed to the loss. Because we definitely had a great opportunity to multiple times to capitalize on getting the dub, but we fell short. in those areas. But I will say this, that the past 3 weeks, um, the team has been playing with intensity. They've been playing and they've been fighting all 4 quarters. Whether we like the result of their fight, they've been fighting all 4 quarters. And with Aiden O'Connell, I also, some people want to say, oh, he's been a quarterback for 4 weeks, or he's been a 4 week starter. I'm not even counting 4 weeks. I'm saying 2.5 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And some people might ask why I said 2.5 weeks, because when you really break it down, under Josh McDaniels, what player did he set up for success? There goes 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There goes the Charger game. Then you have, Antonio Pierce coming in as the head coach. That's pretty much a half week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can say half a week and then 2 full weeks of a rookie quarterback under, so there's a lot there, but it all boils down to me, rookies being rookies.
Facts. Shout out to everybody that's joining us right now, man. He says health, family, and I didn't grow up to be a Chiefs fan. What he's thankful for. There you go, man. And he says family, football, and food. You already know what it is, man. We go eat good tomorrow, man. We all go eat good tomorrow, man. I'll go eat good. Shout out to Greg John in the building. What's good, man? Raider Way. Salute, salute. Good to see everybody over here, man. We appreciate you guys here, and happy early Thanksgiving. Of course, Thanksgiving is tomorrow once again. And hey, happy Thanksgiving for even the people that are out of country, man. We thankful for you guys being here. We thankful that you guys turned out to be Raider fans, no matter where you're from. So we appreciate you guys, man. Shout out to Jalen. Salute SC first stream for me. Hey, hopefully you enjoy it. I appreciate you. Shout out to Jalen in the chat. Good to see you. Good to see everybody, man. Blessings to you guys and your families. And for me, obviously, the Raiders and Dolphins game was something that was a winnable game. When you were looking throughout the game, at the end of the day, I agree with Twan when he says it was rookie mistakes, and it hurt me because I knew it was the time was gonna come where the rookie was gonna do rookie things. It always happens to every rookie, right? CJ Stroud, for example, he was doing pretty bad in a 4 week span, and then look at recently turned up the corner. And I'm not saying that we got a CJ Stroud on our hands, but the rookies in general all have different displays of talent at certain points of the season, and it depends on how much snaps and how much percentage of snaps they end up getting. And I could go down the list of every single rookie in the league, and you'll know that they had a rookie slump and a rookie rise. And some of them stayed the same. At the end of the day, you don't know how they're going to turn out until they get the respective snaps. For me, Aiden O'Connell is an interesting prospect. Is a guy that could get you the ball, a guy that got the deep throw. But like at the end of the day, when there's pressures to your face and welcome to the NFL, you get welcome to the NFL. And that's exactly what happened. The Dolphins did exactly what they needed to do is, hey, let's stop the run game and let's let Aiden O'Connell beat us with his arm. And that's exactly what they did. And they executed it. And you got to give it to the Dolphins and their plan and their game plan. They're not an easy team to beat. Um, and this is the same team. There is some positives to go about it. Our defense is playing at a really high level. Top 15, top level right now in the past 4 weeks. Not only that, they also have been capable of taking away the ball multiple times. They had 3 takeaways last week, 2 fumbles, and the interception. Against a Dolphins team that, hey, let's be honest, they're really good at that. Shout out to everybody in here, man. Gravy in the building. He says, yo, I see Antoine. Thanksgiving. Blessings to you both. Blessings to you too. Good to see you. Shout out to Raider Way. I'm not sure if I said what's up, but good to see you. Salute everyone and happy Thanksgiving. You guys already know what it is, man. Good to see everybody. Raider Gabe in the building. Salute, salute. Good to see everybody in here, man. Hope all is well with everybody that's joining us. Gregor John, not sure if I saluted you, but salute to you. Happy early Thanksgiving to everybody, man. Good to see everybody. Blessings to you guys and your families, of course. But yeah, for me, it was a winnable game. The offense again didn't turn out. It felt like the play calling was too conservative, and they came out and even said that it was too conservative. Um, and I like that they said that not everything fell on Aiden O'Connell because at the end of the day, at a certain point, you got to blame some other pieces a part of that offense. The offensive line didn't play any well. Josh Jacobs didn't get going, and that's due to the line. So there was a lot of factors in this, and of course, they couldn't contain Tyreek Hill. So there's a lot of things to do here. Shout out to Raider Nation Jason in the building. Happy holidays to my silver and black fam. You already know what it is, man. And for me, I just feel like it was a winnable game. It was a tough loss, and it's on to the Chiefs, right?
Yeah, and like you said, there were, and I said, it's like there was a lot of opportunities to capitalize, and one thing
Yeah.
that was very alarming to me, out of all of them, was the way we went into the closed out the first half. You know what I'm saying? We had the ball, we got a good turnover, we had the ball at the 30, and here we are, you know, slow footing ourselves clockwise, you know what I'm saying, in that moment, and that was an opportunity for us to, like I say, the take that points is hitting them with 7 when they make a mistake.
Yeah.
And we had the opportunity to do that. We didn't even attempt to even throw the ball towards the end zone at the 30. You know what I'm saying? And we know that Aiden O'Connell has that arm. It's not like we're, asking for the quarterback not to be able to do that, but there was just a lot of decision making that was very questionable and in its execution. So yeah, definitely. I hope not just the players are taking, taking the take looking at the tape, but these coaches are saying, "Hey, yeah, I could do better at that."
In fact, and we got a question by Jalen saying, "Do you guys agree with calling AOC a career backup after his first loss? I keep hearing some Raider fans already turn on him, which I find weird. Again, rookie quarterback, OC, and head coach, but we need to fix things." I'm gonna let you answer your first one. What you feel about AOC getting called a career backup?
To be honest with you, I think it's too early for that. I think his floor is actually a backup, especially for our team.
Hmm.
Our floor is a backup because no matter what, and here I am, no matter what, I still believe that we need to bring in another quarterback, whether it's a a first rounder or it might be another fourth rounder. But I still am going to create that competition for that quarterback position because no matter what, for me, Hoyer needs to go, and we need to figure out if we can get a bag of Takis and and some, not even some brown crackers because that's more valuable, but something for Jimmy G. So with that being said, that only leaves us with one quarterback under under contract. So best situation best situation is that he is the starter for us. But again, that's the top, right? And then the bottom is that he'll be our backup under what I consider is cheap labor, which is a rookie contract. You don't want to be spending, what I'm saying, a whole lot of money for a guy that's going to be sitting the bench as a backup. So if he's under a rookie contract and is our backup, and we can somewhat believe that he can carry us a couple of games for until our starter gets healthy, then we're in a good situation. But I'm not crowning him a starter, nor am I crowning him as a career backup at this point. He still has a lot to learn, a lot to grow, and and there's a whole lot of games still on the table. We still have opportunity for the playoffs under this quarterback. So I'm still on a wait and see, and allowing this rookie to also make rookie mistakes, but grow
But
so that he can have the opportunity to be a potential starter for us.
And for me to answer your question here, Jalen, obviously I'd be hearing a lot of people are already calling for Michael Penix, Bo Nix. People are calling to go trade for a quarterback. To me, I feel like it's more than that, right? I get it. When we look around the league, we got the Josh Allens of the world, we got the Joe Burrows, right, when he's healthy. We got the Patrick Mahomes in our division, Justin Herbert, in our division, right? Obviously Russell Wilson. These guys are some of them are Super Bowl caliber quarterbacks and been to the Super Bowl, and that's honest. That's obviously, and the league is becoming a passing league at the end of the day, little by little, and you see it time and time again. Even with Tua Tagovailoa and this Dolphins offense, they're capable of beating anybody on the offense and shooting it out. So for me, I feel like when we look at all that, we tend to look at our own quarterback and be like, damn, this guy's not up to par with them. He's trash. To me, I get it. 3 interceptions, horrible, 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 horrible stat line. But at the end of the day, the guy's a rookie. A guy's a fourth, fifth round projection. When you look at everything, if anybody did their research about Aiden O'Connell coming out of Purdue, right? When you really researched him, the guy exactly what he did against the Dolphins is exactly what his flaws were in his draft report. He was too hesitant with some of his throws in his primary read, right? He allowed the defense to read him. Not only that, he also sometimes wouldn't be too mobile, and that's what he was. But some of his positives was making the accurate throws, staying in the pocket, being pretty much a pocket quarterback and being able to make those throws and not be hesitant and not be, I guess, pressured too much and being good under pressure. And these were all his pros and cons coming out thing. At the end of the day, the guy's a fourth round, fifth round guy. He was projected to go in the fifth round, in some cases, sixth round. And the guy got picked in the fourth round for us. I feel like we got too much expectations that we want a quarterback to come in and just be the Patrick Mahomes, be this. If y'all remembered, Patrick Mahomes sat behind Alex Smith for a year or two before he became the starter. If you guys did not remember that. Also, if we go down, let's go down the line, right? Nobody knew what Patrick Mahomes was just an average quarterback coming out of college. Nobody knew what he was. So I'm not saying Aiden O'Connell's going to be the next Tom Brady like other people are saying. I'm not saying that. But at the end of the day, we have a small sample size of 4 games. At the end of the day, this season, there should be no expectations for anybody. I don't know why people still have expectations in this team to make the Super Bowl. And then when they got disappointed by Josh McDaniels, now you're still expecting that from this quarterback. At the end of the day, what I'm expecting from this quarterback is to come out here, get some pro reps, get some NFL reps, get it down, and hey, let's try to win. Still, at the end of the day, we're not tanking. I'm not for that tanking Michael Penix, Bo Nix talk. I ain't for that draft talk either. Yes, it's a concern to have in the back of your head, but we still got a couple games. The season's still not over to me, and it's still not over for the Raiders. And that starts on Sunday again. If he could bounce back for me, I'm paying attention to AOC, how he bounces back from that against a division rival like Kansas City Chiefs. And like I said, people are putting too much expectations on a fourth round guy. Come on. Like, this guy's not going to be CJ Stroud. Look at Bryce Young. The guy was the guy that Heisman Trophy candidate, was the number one quarterback, supposedly in a lot of boards. That guy's absolutely shit in Carolina. And CJ Stroud is playing with Tank Dell and all these guys that are getting hurt constantly. And Dalton Schultz wasn't what he was with the Cowboys. That's why they let him go. And now he's out of nowhere a top tier tight end because of CJ Stroud. Come on, guys. Like, let's relax a little.
And I completely agree with you. Good question, Jalen. I'll give you credit for that, definitely. But also I think adding on to what you're saying, I think the culture of just fans in general, just the culture as people in general, we want everything to be fast, and I think it's a little too fast to be trying to bring him in and chuck him back out. If I'm giving Antonio Pierce and Bo Hardegree an interview, saying, and a chance to prove themselves, all the way until the end of the season, then I'm going to definitely give our quarterback that same opportunity. And like I said, no matter what, I still believe that he'll be on this team, but it's up to him these games moving forward, if he's going to be our starter or, what I'm saying, coming in as our starter, competing against whoever the quarterback we bring in, or, we already kind of have in our minds he's going to be our backup.
For me, and this goes back to Aiden O'Connell, of course, same thing as you. Like, when it comes down to Aiden O'Connell, I'm not saying he's our future, and I'm not saying he's not our future, right? We still don't know. I get it. His stat line's not the best. It kind of looks like a replica of Jimmy Garoppolo. But at the end of the day, the guy's 2-1, right? Everybody cares about wins, losses at the end of the day, right? That's the reason why a lot of people hated our old quarterback, because of his wins, losses. Okay, look at Aiden O'Connell, right? He's technically 2-2, right? He still have a 500. I don't even know if I consider the Chargers game a set for him. So for me, I think he's 2-1 under a new head coach that everybody wants to play for, a new offensive coordinator that knows what he's doing. And at the end of the day, yes, he didn't look like the best against the Dolphins, but let's be honest, Aiden O'Connell has a lot of potential, and that's what he has against other people. I'm not saying that he's gonna be the next Tom Brady, but I am saying is let's wait till the end of the season to be calling for these guys that are the top 10 pick or that. Let's give him a sample size. Give the kid a chance. We're giving Antonio Pierce a chance. Why can't we give the kid a chance, right? And we don't have anything better. We're gonna bring Brian Hoyer. Like, let's be honest, we're not.
Right.
So at the end of the day, this is our best chance to win, like Antonio Pierce says. So now let's move forward for him for the rest of the season with Aiden O'Connell, see what he's capable of, then give him a valid assessment. Hey, it doesn't. You could be a good backup to us. You could potentially be a good starter eventually. But right now, we need an upgrade, and we're in win now mode, and we need something better. But that's till the end of the season for me. For me, I'm not gonna be calling for Bo Nix and Michael Penix, and who knows if uh, they're even gonna pan out themselves either. We don't know until they hit the floor. So for me, obviously, I'm still rock with Aiden O'Connell. Same way I was with Stidham. Same way I was when Hoyer started. It's the same way with Aiden O'Connell. He says, Essie and Twan, do you guys see leadership qualities on the potential to be a leader of team in Aiden O'Connell? Uh, uh, you could go first here, Twan. You see
I,
leadership qualities?
I think that also I think also that's a good question. It's a really good question, and that could take a whole live, but we're not going to do that. I think at this time it's still also kind of like what I said with Jalen's question. It's a little too early to be having the rookie's trying to figure out things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's still trying to make sure that he's got all the checks down and everything else. I think that's also that will come, you know what I'm saying? If it is that he's going to be our, really be the leader, you know what I'm saying, for us. Yeah, we can go back and look at the quarterback that we had prior. Did Jimmy G look like he was really the leader of this group? And he's a veteran. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's still, it doesn't have to necessarily come from the quarterback position. I think these players identify that, this is a rookie, he's trying to learn. There's also reports, you know what I'm saying, Devontae Adams, he was talking about how, he's mature for his age and stuff like that. So there's some maturity things there and some things that definitely he can probably fully walk into that leadership role, but it's not where he needs to, not at this point, he needs to grab the leadership role by the horns, you know what I'm saying? And I'll say this too. One of the leaders on our defense, Max Crosby, we were asking questions last year if Max Crosby was really fully ready to be the leader of this defense. And he now is walking into that and still is growing as a leader. Yes, he was our sack leader. Yes, he was a guy that we identified on our defense as a stat leader, but he really wasn't like that leader in the locker room. Some of that stuff takes a little time. And like I said, I'll give Aiden O'Connell, let him get down the playbook and allow us to move chains before I'm demanding for him to be that leader. But that would be my response to that.
For me, he does have leadership qualities. I mean, he took accountability for the wrong things he did over the game against the Dolphins. He kind of blamed himself for a lot of it, and as a rookie, that's tough to do. To give yourself a little bit, but he knows the mistakes he made. He even said it, came out and said, "Hey, these are the mistakes I made. I'm gonna try to fix them." Antonio Pierce came out and said, "Hey, we know what the mistakes are. We're learning," and he said that him, Bo, and O'Connell all did mistakes, and he practically said that they were the reasons why they lost, which is true. And he said they're gonna fix it in this week's practice. For me, I want to see how they bounce back against the Chiefs, and we'll talk about the Chiefs right now in a little bit. But as far as Aiden O'Connell go, would I like a quarterback like the ones in the draft upcoming? Yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna give a valid assessment. With me, I wait till the end of the season to know exactly what we need, what prospects there is in the next year's draft, who commits to the draft, because there's some people that might say, "Hey, I'm staying another year." It happened time again with somebody. Hey, for example, Detroit Lions. They ended up drafting Branch, the safety out of Alabama. I thought he was gonna come the year before that. No, he ended up going back and staying another year. So I'm saying you never know what players are gonna stay either. So I tend to wait till the end of the season, end of college football, to really and even look at these bowl games and these playoff games to really have a valid assessment of what I want moving forward. So for me, the draft talk for me personally, I'll talk about it here and there. Somebody asks me a question, but at the end of the season is when I full blown go, hey, this is the top prospects. This is what we need and all this. But I do think he has leadership qualities. Shout out to 303 Raiders. Shout out to everybody in here. Jason, everybody in here. Man, AOC needs to work on his mobility and defense awareness. He'll be fine. Just give him time. There you go, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Practice first game was against us. Two facts. Mahomes and AOC four, two different style quarterbacks. That's a fact. Shout out to Desiree says these live bullets are good for him to learn. Shout out to everybody in here. I'm just trying to catch up to everybody. Thanks for the feedback, and I totally agree with you guys. Give this kid a chance, and let's see and hope he could win against the punk ass Chiefs, man. Hey, we're gonna see how he bounces back, right? Let's see. Let the season play out. If he keeps improving, we'll see if he's starting material or a backup. That's a fact. Shout out to Lake Show Raider as well. He says, "No, I like Aiden, but we need one of these star quarterbacks next year draft this year." Valid assessment as well. I think both sides are valid, but for me personally, I'm waiting till the end of the year to give a valid. No more lateral passes, but go ahead.
No, and I'll say this, that whoever is our head coach, because again, that's the other question, right? No matter who our head coach is, the smartest thing for them to do is to draft a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? You might pencil in Aiden O'Connell as the number one because again, he's been here, but you're letting them know, hey, Aiden O'Connell, you're penciled in as the number one, but hey, it's a competition. And what does a competition do? Iron sharpens iron. You know what I'm saying? Aiden O'Connell might, you know what I'm saying, unleash a whole nother level of quarterback play because now he knows, hey, yeah, I am the starter. I'm penciled as a starter, but my job could be, you know what I'm saying? I could be a Brian Hoyer for the rest of my career. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the reality of it. And that's what a head coach would do, is to create that competition, even in, you know what I'm saying, in the preseason of the upcoming season.
And just like Graham Camp, shout out to Graham Camp. Good to see you. The combine changes everything. The Senior Bowl changes everything. The combine changes everything. I know for a damn fact the combine 110% changes everything. For me, every time I do a combine stream, it changes my whole dynamic on who looks good, who doesn't. And you know, like I said, you know, once it gets down to the nitty gritty of the draft talk, I'll come up with with some prospects for you guys to learn and stuff like that. For anybody that doesn't watch college football, you know, I've every year since I started YouTube, I've been starting to watch more and more college football, more teams to have a better evaluation. But I would say one of my strongest suits is the draft talk. So we'll get to that. We'll get to that when we get to that. It's gonna be an interesting draft talk for the Raiders, of course, once it gets to there. So now, of course, that was the Dolphins. You know, a tough loss. You know, rookie mistakes and stuff like that. Um, as far as Raider news, just before we get to Chiefs, we have signed Elderson Smith. To be honest, I'm not gonna give you guys a false report. I don't know who the hell he is. Um, to the practice squad, and then they released Jalen Smith, which was kind of a surprise. You know, I like that signing, so it's kind of interesting. And on top of NFL news, a very shocking release has happened with the Indianapolis Colts, and it's an interesting topic to bring out. Um, of course, if you guys don't know what happened with the Colts, they're going through a little bit of a, you could say a little bit of a rebuild. Um, in that and they had to pay their star linebacker a lot of money. So what did they do? They released this guy right now so they don't have to pay that much money moving forward. And if you guys don't know who I'm talking about, the all pro linebacker Shaquille Leonard has been released by the Colts and now has has completed waivers. So now he's just a free agent. He's up wherever he wants to go, he will go. Now some teams that have been looking at him is the Cowboys and the Eagles. I don't know how the Eagles just keep fucking getting everybody. I don't know what the fuck wrong with them over there. But Shaquille Leonard has been released by the Colts, and that's a little bit of a talking point for you guys, right? Would you guys take a chance? And we got a new guy in Champ Kelly, obviously. We got a new guy in Antonio Pierce, a defensive mind. If you were the Raiders, would you take a chance on Shaquille Leonard? I'm gonna give you that question, Twine. A little bit of a talking point there.
Yeah, just going back to the whole releasing of Jalen. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there was something that, he was not getting. Maybe he wasn't fulfilling the role that Patrick Graham was really looking for him to fulfill. And, he had to go. I will say this in regards to, the whole, Shaq Leonard or Darius Leonard, whoever you want to name him as, because he goes by both names.
He goes by both names.
Yeah, it there's money involved, so I don't know. It's a sticky situation because Champ is not officially right. He's not the official GM. He's just kind of keeping things together, right? So is he going to be able? Is he going to spend money like big? I don't want to say big money, but a good amount of money, knowing that he may not necessarily be the guy. That's a question to ask. You know what I'm saying? But if I said this on my live, I feel like if this is going to upgrade our team, and Patrick Graham really likes him, and it's going to make our defense even better than what it already is, and possibly could be a guy for the future. Like, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if? And I was trying to play it in my head. Like, what if we had Darius Leonard or Shaq Leonard, whoever you want to call it, and Spillane on the field at the same time? Like, how and then have Diablo coming in as a okay, we want we want him in this situation, or a guy, okay, Spillane went down, Diablo's coming out, the next guy up. Like, that makes our linebacker group look real good. So I'm for it because I knowing that the money's going to go up cap wise, we do have an opportunity to bring in some guys. And what side of the ball hasn't got invested in? The defense. So hey, if we can get a guy like that, and that's really a core piece, hey, why not?
For me, obviously, similar to what Graham Camp said right there. He said the offense side of the ball is the problem. I agree there too, right? But what else can we get better at? The quarterback, and some may say the quarterback, but what options are there, right? So as of right now, as far to and the offensive line, I see need to address the offensive line. There's not really no good offensive line free agents out there or people on the waivers. So to have an All Pro Shaquille Leonard out there, it's a. I feel like the Raiders should give a call at least. Call the agent. Hey, what are you looking for? Would you love to play for us? Look, we got Antonio Pierce here. That hey, we're doing the Raider way if you like stronghold football. But at the end of the day, he could go to a contender, right? Shaquille Leonard wants to go to a contender. And technically right now we're a contender for in the hunt, but there's teams out there that want him that are contenders, right? For one, the Cowboys have been linked to him. Even though they always get fucking first round swept. But they're still at the end of the day fighting for a spot over there. And then you have the Eagles, which obviously the Eagles looks like any player would love to go play for the Eagles. Because of what their defense is capable of over there and their offense over there as well. So would he most likely go to a team like that? Yeah. But is it wrong for the Raiders to call? Nah. I feel like the Raiders should call, hey, we're building a culture here. Would you like to be a part of it? If not, hey, it's cool. Go to the team you want to go to, and it is what it is. It doesn't hurt to give a call for me. I feel like just personally, hey, give a call, see what happens. I would give a shot at him too, see if we could luckily get him right. So obviously we'll see what happens. We got a lot of money next year in cap space anyway, so we're gonna see how we spend it. But as of right now, we got an All Pro there. Hey, 1 year. Hey, rest of the season contract. Hey, come here for a little bit. We'll pay you this much. There you go. Hey, see if you like it. If you don't, you could go enter free agent and hey, go out there and go find yourself a team. So we will see what happens. Obviously, it's gonna be interesting to see where he goes. Just a little bit of a question for you guys, a little bit interesting to talk about. But now let's get to Sunday's matchup, 1 p.m., 1:05 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The Raiders go back home from Miami to Las Vegas at Allegiant Stadium to the Death Star in many eyes to play Taylor Swift and the Kansas City Chiefs. We will see what happens on Sunday. Of course, we have not beaten the Chiefs at home for a very long time. We have never beaten the Chiefs at home, actually, in Allegiant Stadium. So, Twuan, I
That's
mean,
crazy.
it's actually crazy to think about. And let me just go through the injuries. There's an interesting injury that happened. Max Crosby did not participate today in practice with a knee injury, something to look at. Marcus Epps with his neck, limited participation. Andre James, obviously with his knee, full participation, so he's good to go. Jack Jones with his knee hit, but it became limited. Colton Miller, shoulder limited, which this is a good sign for Colton Miller that he's so early on in the week with limited. Trayvon Merrick with his back limited. Robert Spillane, ankle limited. And Roderick Teamer limited. As far as the Chiefs, McCole Hardman, his thumb, did not participate. Jarek McKinnon, which is their backup running back, limited participation. Donovan Smith, their offensive line, full participant. L'Jarius Sneed, full. Kadarius Toney, full. And Josh Williams, full. Anything that catches your eye right there in that injury report?
I mean, the obvious, Max.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Max is one of those players, just personality wise, that he'll be out there. He'll be trying to pass rush the quarterback with crutches if he could. He's just
Mm-hmm.
that type of guy. So it's interesting to see that. We'll see how things progress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say that he'll be out there.
Yeah, I think he will. He doesn't like missing games, especially remember when he originally came here. Remember in the beginning, he said, "I want to sack Patrick Mahomes. I want to
Yeah.
get to Patrick Mahomes." So I know he wants to be out there. Shout out to Circus Raiders. It's gobble gobble, motherfuckers. Shout out to Circus Raider in the building, man. Good to see you.
Hey,
No more vets in here in the art shell. Yeah, facts. What were you gonna say?
Nah, speaking of gobble gobble, those that came in late, we're asking for everybody to say what you're thankful for. So if you guys have not, let us know in the chat what you're thankful for.
Facts, man. Facts. And in a bit after this preview, we'll give you guys a little bit of what we're thankful for. Of course, the Chiefs are coming off a loss, a short week actually.
Yeah.
A short week of against a tough opponent in the Eagles, right? And when you really look at the game, I could already point out a con for you. Their receivers can't catch the fucking football, bro, to save their lives. Holy shit, the amount of drop passes that they had. And that's good for us. I ain't gonna lie. That's good for us. Patrick Mahomes at the end of the day is playing at a high level, but it's just his receivers ain't catching the ball. This is the worst offense we've seen from the Chiefs in the Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid era. And they've scored under 22 points in the past 3 games.
Oh, wow.
6 out of the last 10 weeks, they have scored under 22 points. That's something to look at. And on top of all that, their best statistic is their run game in Isaiah Pacheco. That's their best stat right there on the offensive side of the ball. So talk to me. What you feel about the Raiders Chiefs, man?
I was watching the Eagles and the Chiefs game, and when I could have swore, I was like, when did the Chiefs get Keisha Cole? I was watching. I was like, when did they pick up Keisha Cole? And then I had to look again. And I was like, oh, that's MVS. It's bad. They got the bad case of drops over there, which works well for us, right? And I've been saying for the longest in regards to the Chiefs in itself that they're not as scary as people want to put them out there as. I've been saying for probably the past 2-3 years. No, I want to say 2 years. I don't want to go that deep, but for like the past 2 years that the Chiefs are beatable, and I feel like even more this year, they're even more beatable. we just got to continue to stay on schedule. We can't be beating ourselves while trying to beat the Chiefs. Just simple as that. And we got to, capitalize on the turnovers and mistakes that are going to be there. We know what Kelsey brings to the table, and I noticed a little pattern that they typically do, and we just got to get on it, and quit playing around. I think it's an opportunity for us to actually win a game from the Kansas City Chiefs, but we definitely can't beat ourselves.
Yeah.
And we can't do like last week, be slow on the ball and doing some of those rookie, like I said, rookies being rookies. We can't be rookies being rookies against the Kansas City Chiefs. Why? Not just because of the players that are on their roster, but Andy Reid,
Yeah.
you can get out coached too,
Yep.
and we just got to be on top of things. So hopefully, last week we kind of got the slap on the wrist, our learning moment, coaching wise and player wise, so that we can go into this game at home and take care of business.
Facts. And for me, obviously, like I said, the Chiefs have been dropping a lot of passes. They have dropped 26 passes in the season so far, which is ranked first in the NFL in the most drop passes. And if you guys didn't catch the Eagles game, it was one to watch. I mean, they dropped pass after pass after pass. Of course, Travis Kelsey is not Travis Kelsey without Taylor Swift. That is one thing for sure. And you've seen it this season, and you guys think I'm just cracking a joke. No, I'm dead serious. He's played his best football when when Taylor Swift is out there. So it's interesting to see if she's gonna be there, right? That's a factor at the end of the day, which sounds stupid, right? But it is a factor. At the end of the day, I think the number one thing for the Raiders to do is contain Kelsey. You contain Kelsey, you're gonna make Patrick Mahomes beat you with his arm and make the receivers beat you. And especially this year, I would take a chance on that. Make them beat you throwing the football. On top of all that, this Chiefs defense is something to look at. This is one of the best Chiefs defense they've ever had. And if you don't think I'm right, well, they're ranked third in allowed points per game. They're ranked third best defense in allowed points per game. They allow 16.4 points per game. And they're ranked fourth in yards per game allowed. On the defensive side of the football, and most of their games that they won this year is because of their defense. Similar to us, most of our games have won because of the defense. So this is going to be a very defensive game for both teams. High quality defenses playing at a high level recently, and both offenses struggling. Now whose offense is going to come on top? I hope it's ours. And both teams have a lot of weapons, right? They obviously have Patrick Mahomes. Isaiah Pacheco has been a highlight for them. For us, Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs, these guys, Hunter Renfro coming out of nowhere. Michael Mayer starting to come about. We need to get it going, and we need our defense to do what they've been doing. The best way to beat the Chiefs, and you guys seen it, is to slow down their offense. And if there's one thing for sure, our defense is playing to that potential. So, it's gonna be a difficult match. It's gonna be an interesting match. It's gonna be very interesting. Shout out to everybody that's in here, man. If you guys can't hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and this game is gonna be something that I'm gonna be looking at the Raiders to bounce back. I'm hoping they could bounce back, and I'm gonna be looking at Aiden O'Connor how he feels against a division rival like the Chiefs.
Yeah, and you said Pacheco, and I think we've actually been doing all right against those that the run. I was saying that early, early in the season they looked horrible. Like we know who don't tackle, and you guys can flood the chat on who ain't tackling on our team, but everybody else does somewhat okay. And I don't think I've said up to this point that we had went against a team and that running back gashed us, you know what I'm saying? Like all day, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that running back just gave us the business all game. Like
Mhm.
we haven't had that situation. So our defense is better in that effort, and I think that's what it's going to take. Because I am I yeah, I think we got to definitely be able to stop that run, and then just, you know, keep an eye out on Kelsey, if that, because no matter what the drops are, no matter what, their lack of execution is, we know Kelsey's going to get the ball. He's going to get his looks. So, we definitely got to key in on those things and capitalize on things. Hopefully, you know, going back to the injury report, hopefully, um, Colton Miller is back.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think that also helps our run game. I think that helps our pass game. I think a lot of the issues that we were having last week was because of the
Yeah.
loss of Colton Miller. So hopefully he is more on the mend. Hopefully he eats some brown crackers and some turkey and is ready for Sunday, because we're definitely going to need him.
Back shout out to Snoop Hernandez in the building. Good to see Auntie Six Soldier in the building. Shout out to all of you guys, man. Jalen says, I swear to God, if people predict us to be blown out just because they are angry about losing on Monday, I'm going to lose it. Miami didn't do it, and they have the number one offense. Yep, that's a fact. So obviously for the Raiders and Chiefs, everybody's got us losing. Let's be honest. Everybody got us losing again. Same way with Miami. It's understandable, but at the same time, the Chiefs have a losing record at actually, believe it or not, when the Raiders have beaten the Chiefs, it's been on a short week for the Chiefs. If you guys didn't know that, so that's an interesting pro stat for us. They're
Wow.
coming off of a short week. They just played on Monday 2 days ago. Now they play us on Sunday, and they have to travel from, Arrowhead, which is not far of a travel, but still Arrowhead to Allegiant Stadium, in Vegas. So for me, I'm looking at a lot of people on this Raiders team. I'm looking at Aiden O'Connell, how he's gonna handle it, bouncing back. I'm looking at this play call, and I'll get to the keys of the game in a little. But for me, I'm looking at this coaching, how they handle the in-game situations. I'm looking at this defense, if they could perform at a high level against another. They're a good, decent offense capability wise. They have it. They've been going through a lot of struggles, but capability wise, they should get there. And on top of all that, I'm looking at some key components as far as the cornerback room. Who's going to start? Are they still going to have Marcus Peters out there at the number one? For me, I'm a fan of Jack Jones, man. I'm the same way as Twuan, man. We've been advocates for Jack Jones. I feel like he might take Marcus Peters' spot. I ain't, I ain't gonna lie. And I would be more confident with him there, right? So this is a game where nobody should say, hey, the Raiders are confidently gonna win this, or the Chiefs are gonna confidently win this. This is gonna be a hard fought matchup, and nobody this should be a 50-50 game for everybody, in my opinion. So that's just that's that. Shout out to All Eyes on G, man. Shout out to everybody in here. Please take a spot. I
Yeah,
hope no one takes.
and I think also too, like, and I know people are going to say, because we talked about the drops or whatever, but how long are those drops going to be there? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously the execution is there. Obviously their wide receivers are getting open. You know what I'm saying? So how long are they going to not drop the ball? Like,
Mhm.
so what you can't bank on, oh, they dropped the ball, because guess what? They'll come out on Sunday and not drop the ball. You know what I'm saying? Because
Okay.
that's an easy fix. You know what I'm saying? That's something that, for a pro wide receiver, that's an easy fix of for some. I'll say that because, yeah, Keisha
Yeah.
Cole. Anyway, but yeah, so we can't bank on, oh, they dropped the ball, because they can come out and not drop the ball.
Hmm.
And then what? You know?
Facts. And yeah. Javier, what's good, Javier? Good to see you. He says, SC, I went to Allegiant against the Jets. I did too, man. It was fun. And saw Tyree Wilson garbage. I'm tired of people telling him telling me to give him a year. So as far as Tyree Wilson goes, right? I wasn't a fan of Tyree Wilson coming out of the draft. I didn't even have him in my top 5 defensive ends, me personally. I know a lot of people were advocating for him. I seen a lot of Raider content creators kind of talk about him highly. For me, I had other people over him, obviously, um, including some of the best right now in the NFL, by the way. So I feel like that was more of a, I would say, hey, Chandler Jones might go crazy. Let's put in Tyree Wilson because at that time, Chandler Jones wasn't going crazy at that time. So, I feel like they were predicting it or something, or they were trying to build for the future because he was old. For me, Tyree Wilson, I think I'm gonna give him the same slate as far as Aiden O'Connell because at the end of the day, he is a rookie, right? And he is a top 10 pick, which I'm expecting him to come out here and do good. And at the end of the day, this is not like Cleve Farrell, right? Where Cleve Farrell was like a second round pick and he was picked on the first. No, Tyree Wilson was projected as a first rounder to everybody. So for him to come out here and not display anything better, and Malcolm Kuntz is playing better than him, you know. But I still think that I'm gonna give him the fair assessment the same way I am with Aiden O'Connell. I'm gonna give him this full year to see what he could do the rest of the way, and then I'll give a clear assessment on what to do. At the end of the day, they're not gonna pick a defensive end in the top 10 or anything in top 15, 20 next year. So this is a guy that's gonna be behind there. But Kuntz, as of right now, is playing at a high levels. So for me, I'm cool with Tyree Wilson being a backup, anyways. You know, it sucks that the first round pick got wasted on not being an automatic starter. But at the end of the day, we got a good guy in Kuntz, and like at the end of the day, it took him a couple years just to get going. Look at him; he wasn't good right off the bat as a rookie. So, I'm giving him time the same way I'm giving Aiden O'Connell time. I know it's frustrating, and I know it's kind of looks like a waste of a first rounder, but for me, I'm gonna give him fair assessment. What you think about Tyree?
He could be injured the whole season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, like it's one of those is one of those things you gotta give him time. It's as much as it sucks because I've been one to say it too. It's like, I wish our number ones were actually guys that we could just, you know, pull them out the plastic and they brand new, and that's not the situation with Tyree. You're gonna have to give that rookie time and allow, like I've been saying, like the overall theme is rookies being rookies, and because rookies are being rookies, you got to give them time. Got to give them time.
Facts. And shout out to Egalitarian joining us, man. Good to see everybody, man. If you guys can't hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. So for me, obviously, I'm gonna wait to the end of the season for me for Tyree Wilson as well. I'm not gonna say anything yet. It's frustrating, it is frustrating. I will say that it is frustrating, but hey, we only gotta hope for the best. And right now, we got an edge rusher that's playing at a high level. That's young still in Malcolm Kuntz, so I'm good with that. And Max Crosby on the other side. Now, obviously, we have some keys to the game. I want to first start off with Twuan. What are your keys to the game for the Raiders and Chiefs?
Be better at clock management.
Okay.
Be better at clock management.
Okay.
I think the energy and intensity of the players will be there. I just want to make sure on the coaching side that they're on top of theirs.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, Andy Reid will easily take the dub by out coaching you. You know what I'm saying? Whether his team is the better team on the field. You know what I'm saying? Because we could play well. You know what I'm saying? We could do well as players, but if the coaching ain't there,
Yeah,
we could, you know what I'm saying? So we can't be rookies at the coaching, and just like I said, we took our lumps last week. We can't do that again this week.
he says, I think we really need to use our other running backs in the run game. I get that JJ is great and all, but we have to use the others when he is out of steam. I mean, yeah, I don't have the full confidence in our backup. I think Amir Abdullah I probably have the most confidence as a backup. And you are right. Sometimes Josh Jacobs is a little frustrated, a little bit gassed because of the offensive line causing so much havoc and stuff like that. But for me, I feel like you have to use Josh Jacobs, and that leads me to my keys to the game. Obviously, for me, number one, run the football. I said this last week, and they didn't do it, and look at what happened, right? So run the football. The Chiefs are coming off of giving 76 yards and 6.3 yards per carry to Swift, and a touchdown to him. So these guys, they may be good in the passing game, but against the run, they could be one of the worst defenses. So you have to take advantage of that with Josh Jacobs, and especially getting Colton Miller back. And this leads me to my next key to the game: protect your quarterback, protect your running back, protect everybody back there. And that has to fall on the offensive line. The offensive line has to step up this game. You're going against one of the best edge rushers in George Karlaftis that I had a lot of high praise for when he came out of I believe he came out of Purdue as well. So for
Yeah.
me, he's a guy that is a lengthy guy, and you got to be able to defend against these type of guys. So for me, I want the offensive line to step up is the key to the game, and especially hopefully Colton Miller comes back and helps out there. And my final key to the game is don't play conservative. The Kansas City Chiefs are the worst team to go conservative on. Do not play conservative. At the end of the day, even if you have the lead, do not play conservative. This Chiefs team is capable of coming back either way, even with the drop passes. So you need to go out there, keep putting your foot on the gas pedal, and don't do what you did last week and try to be conservative on certain things. So for me, three keys to the game: obviously, run the football, protect, offensive line step up, and three, don't be conservative in your play calling either, and you will win the game.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Yeah.
everybody, man.
And definitely, you got to be physical. You
Yep.
got to be physical. Got to be physical against these guys. And I think, like I said, I think we have the roster to do the job. We just got to do the job. And back to the running situation, of Josh Jacobs. I think the reason why they use Josh Jacobs like that is because everybody knows. What I'm saying? There's something when you see Josh Jacobs on that field. What I'm saying? As a defender, what I'm saying? You got to respect it. Now, am I going to respect Zeus? Not really. What I'm saying? Am I going to respect Bolden? Not really. You know what I'm saying? But when you see Josh Jacobs back there, you got to keep an eye on it. And that's a wrinkle in our offense that, what I'm saying, we throw out there. So I think that's another reason why we see a lot more of that. Also, like, what I'm saying, who can we really trust? What I'm saying? I like Abdullah, but we know what Abdullah brings to the table.
Hmm.
And defenses know what Abdullah brings to the table. So then now you're playing like the chess game, right?
Hmm.
They know what you're doing. You want to surprise them. You always want to have that level of surprise. Well, you got to use Josh Jacobs.
Facts. And why isn't Sincere McCormick getting any playtime? It's probably the same reason. Sincere McCormick is not all that. And I feel like the coaching staff themselves believe that too, that he's not all that. That everybody was hyping about being the best, being Bo Jackson and all this stuff. Like, obviously, he's not. So,
Yeah.
for me, I still stick with Josh Jacobs and Amir Abdullah backup, whatever. And we got to see what they do. They just signed Jacob Johnson back, I think. They've just brought him back on the practice squad, so it's gonna be interesting to see if they use that fullback to block, right? And I see people talk about Palamau. Palamau is somebody that I've been advocating for since he came out of USC. At the end of the day, yeah, some people could call me a little bit biased, but I knew what his potential was, and it's exactly what he displayed against Miami. Is his potential. He could come out here and make plays, go around the football, especially in the box. Is one of his best positions on the field. So for me, I feel like he deserves more playtime, and especially if Epps or Merrick is hurt, like right now they're limited participants. You got to be able to give him a little bit more snaps there. Um, within days after the Zamir Amir sincere take, shout out to everybody. The Chiefs' defense is legit. Our O line needs to be on point. That's a fact. And I kind of said it. George Karlaftis leads that defensive line over there, so we got to be capable of stepping up on that offensive line. Keep Paul out over Epps. Epps doesn't make enough plays for me. I get that. At the end of the day, I think they're still gonna share the snaps. I feel like he's playing a little bit out of position as well. They keep using him in some weird ass. I can't even tell you. I don't know what they're doing with him, but I hope they could play Paul in a little bit more snaps to help that defense. We'll see what happens. Obviously. Um, Yeah. Any other keys to the game you got, Twan?
No.
And that leads me to. Okay.
Yeah, I think we covered it. Oh, please, and I'm talking about the quarterback, Aiden O'Connell. Please don't feel like you got to throw it all the time down the field. Take what the defense gives you.
Gives you.
The check down, and that was one of his downfalls last week. The check down is also good too sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Not all the time, but the check down is also good too. You know what I'm saying? And there's some things that, especially against teams like this. Yeah, just take what the defense gives you, and I think we got the personnel enough to move the chains if you do that.
Facts. And here we go. One of my favorite segments. The Raiders versus Chiefs bold takes. The bold takes, man. Twan, what's your bold takes for this game, man? Whether it's 1 or 2, one on the offense, one on the defense. What are your bold takes for this game?
I bombed the last one.
I forgot what I even said last game.
I said Aiden O'Connell was going to get 10 yards rushing. Dang, I'm stuck. I'm really stuck right now. I don't want to say touchdown. Okay, I'm going to go back to my old faithful. Tyree sack.
Damn. Tyree Wilson with the
Tyree sack. That's a bold take.
That is a bold take. That is a bold take. He says Peter shows up in tackles.
Oh wow, I thought my take was bold.
For me, I'm gonna say, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm gonna say.
Hey, Peters might actually tackle though, because it is his old. It is his old team.
Yeah.
he might have some motivation to play. Tackle.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna bring the old bold take back, bro. Marcus Peters gets an interception against Patrick Mahomes, bro.
Okay.
Might as well bring it back. He's playing his former team. Hopefully, he actually has something that lights up his ass, and boom, Marcus Peters gets the interception.
I can see that. I really can. I can see the interception. You know what I'm saying? The interception but the tackle, yeah, that's a bold one.
He says Peters gets a shoestring tackle. Peters gets a swirly after the game. Renfro needs to get a touchdown. JJ gets his first receiving touchdown. Okay, receiving touchdown. That's a good one. That's a good one there. For me, like I said, Marcus Peters gets an interception. I'm not gonna give an offensive one. I'm gonna stay. I don't want to jinx anything on the offense, so I'm gonna stick with the defense. Marcus Peters gets interception. Now obviously this leads me to the Raiders versus Chiefs predictions. Do you have any score lines, wins? How close is it gonna be?
It won't be a blowout.
Okay.
I don't see it being a blowout. I think our defense is that. I don't look at me, y'all. This defense it's not a fluke. I really think this defense is what we've been seeing. This defense is, and yeah, I don't see a blowout.
Same. I think there's not going to be a blowout either way. I'm confident that we could win, like I am every week. I'm not saying it's a guaranteed win. It's a tough. You can't be like, oh, we're gonna beat the Chiefs. Like you can't blow past this team. This team is capable of beating anybody, and they're coming off a short week, but we're also coming off of a tough loss, and hopefully they fix the mistakes. But I am expecting a close game between the two, and it's gonna be a hard fought game. And Auntie6 says, question for the panel: if you can make one change on offense and defense, what would it be? As far as like what, coaching or player wise? I'm gonna just say in general. I'm gonna say in general. Um, for offense side of the ball, hey, and I think Twan said it earlier. Let Tell your quarterback, hey, if Renfro's open across the middle on a short pass, 6 yard pass, give it to him. He's good at after the yards after catch. Same thing, Devontae Adams. Same thing with Jacoby Myers and Michael Mayer. Give them the ball whenever they're open. Get what the defense gives you, and I think that would be an offensive adjustment I'll do. And on the defensive side of the ball, I would slide Marcus Peters to the fourth and bump up Jack Jones up there. And, that's what I would do. And Isaiah Palomel too. That's
I, you know, I agree. I think what our issue is our O line up front. Um, they I don't I still am scratching my head on
yeah,
how good they played last year
yeah.
to what we're seeing this year.
Mhm.
And yeah, I'll just leave that there.
Facts. And obviously, yeah, Terrence. It was the Jets that came off of a short week. The Miami had a whole bye week compared to us. So for me, obviously, like I said, those are my offensive defensive adjustments. It's gonna be a tough game. Not expecting no blowouts across the board, and I hope the Raiders can come out with the victory because it'll be a good boost of confidence heading into the bye week. After this week, we got a bye week, and then it's on to the final stretch. So for us, what would be better than going with the win against Kansas City, against a division rival entering the bye week and having that boost of confidence and now having an extra week of preparing for the following game, which I believe is the Minnesota Vikings. So, and they might get Justin Jefferson back by that time. So it's gonna be an interesting matchup there. Um, but we'll see when it comes. But it's on to the Chiefs this week, Sunday. But let's go to a everybody gave thanks to what they gave thanks to. Let's start off with you, Twan. What are you thankful for, man?
Three things. I am thankful for those that know my story, and if you guys want to know my story, you can hit me up on IG. Um, those that know my story, um, I'm thankful for life. I'm thankful for life.
Mm,
Also, I am thankful um, for you guys. I'm thankful for the viewers, the watchers, all of that. Um, that you guys on this YouTube box here, that you guys allow me to be me. There's a lot of places and things um, that I'm not able to be me. But here, you guys allow for me to be me, and I thank you guys for that. Um, and also, the last one is I am thankful for Erick. I thank you, SC, for all the knowledge, all the encouragement, all that you do behind the scenes to help me be a better YouTube person. I'm the rookie, so I'm learning and growing, and you've definitely been a part of my growth process, and not just in YouTube, just been a really good friend. So I really have love for you and am thankful for you.
Facts, man, and I appreciate that. And for me, obviously, the there's a lot of things to be thankful for, but I'm gonna try to summarize it. Family first. God. For me, of course, I'm thankful for all that. I'm thankful for waking up every day and breathing. At the end of the day, a lot of people don't get that, and it's a blessing every day. Not only that, I'm also thankful for everybody here, man. I appreciate all the love and support y'all been giving me, even when I took the vacations. And you know, it's funny to see some of the jokes, and I can already see some of the jokes in the chat about that. But I'll get to that part right now. Of course, I'm thankful for everything, family, friends, everything. Of course, Twan, man, he's been somebody that has been always been the number one to be checking up on me and stuff like that. And always, he's doing his thing, man, and he deserves everything he's getting as far as the YouTube, of course. And I'm gonna continue to pray for you and everything you got going on. And I'm thankful for you being here and stuff like that. The show has been amazing. The 2 for 1 Nation podcast, man, has been popping. Besides that, of course, thankful, like I said, thankful for you guys, man. You guys make the channel what it is. And I'm also thankful for, some new things that came about in my life recently, feel me? About to make some moves across the, we could say the sports world sooner. So I'm thankful for that. Of course, I know people are talking about kangaroos and stuff because I have a little bit of a, you feel me?
Surely.
I see people talking about that, but of course, I'm grateful for my girl. She's been something that has been a benefit to my life and making my life better and what it
See?
is. And she was one of the reasons why I came back to the stuff. You feel me? So, that's the one thing there too. And of course, I'm grateful for all the food that we're all gonna eat tomorrow, y'all. I'm grateful for that food. It's gonna be feeling good. You feel me? But yeah, thankful for everybody behind the scenes. As much as I crack jokes and I talk shit to people like Terrence, All Eyes, Cool Kev, and all these guys. They've been some people that have helped me a lot behind the scenes and tell me how it is, the realism of it. And I hate to be a little sentimental with these guys because they piss me off sometimes, and it's all jokes. But I'm grateful for them too, man. The behind the scenes press, everybody that has made the channel what it is, man. I appreciate you guys. And where I got my start. He said more ass kissing. Fuck you, Terrence. But of course, also where I got my start, of course, the Spotlight Sports Network. That's where I got my start. Them over there, key in the building, all of them over there, and everybody over there as well, man. I appreciate them and appreciate everybody that's come along my Raider content journey. You feel me? The NWA and everybody there, man. You guys are N1. Appreciate you guys, man. Dirty, everybody over there, man. And yeah. Besides that, that's a little sentimental moment there. We're gonna keep trying to get to 2,000 subscribers soon. If you guys can't hit that like button, subscribe. If you're new, real one's gonna keep it real with you, and not tell you what you want to hear, and that's a fact, man. They always tell me what I want to, as much as it's the realism of it. So I appreciate you guys and stuff like that, and we'll see what happens against the Raiders and Chiefs. It's gonna be an interesting matchup. Hopefully, the Raiders could get that win. Just win, baby. Commitment to excellence. And any final words, Twan, before we head on?
You guys, I wanted to say thank you guys again. Another thing I'm thankful for is I actually got a video that hit 1K views. That was my first 1K view video, so I was so excited and just so happy about that. And also, you guys, I am one away from 250 subscribers. So if you guys can go over to Raider Twuan, please take a moment to subscribe and click the like button. Why? Because I like you. Even though you get on my nerves, I like you. Okay? So yeah, come over, subscribe, and get it active. Those that are on the SE, channel, definitely come subscribe to Raider Twuan. And again, a little success is my first video. One of my first 1K video has come as a rookie. So yay.
There you go. And as far as anybody joining us just now, of course, or you watch the replay, I'm obviously, if you don't want to watch the full live, I'm gonna be breaking down. I'm gonna specifically the keys to the game into a little bit of a YouTube short, so you guys can watch that part and see what I gotta say about it. But besides that, man, I appreciate you guys once again. Thankful for all of you guys again. Have a beautiful Thanksgiving. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, also, I will be dropping tomorrow on Thanksgiving a short because my channel Raider Twuan, we have an official chat name, a name for the chat. And I will be dropping that tomorrow. So stay tuned for that short because I'm so excited to release the official name of the Raider Twuan chat. So yeah.
I can't wait to see it. I don't even got an official name. I don't even know what I call. I mean, what do you want to call it? I mean, I can't call anybody Lunchables. That would be weird. So we'll go see what happens here. You feel me? We're on the road to 2,000, man. And once I hit 2K subscribers, a lot will change. I'm gonna change a lot of things to do with the channel because for one, I'm going away from all sports. I kind of, if you guys notice, I'm going, and I know people are going to say, oh, because they suck. No, they don't suck. Lakers are winning right now, by the way, and the Dodgers are about to make some huge moves. But I'm getting away from that, and I'm strictly going football, more Raiders, and actual college football as well. I know I was supposed to do it this year, but I feel like I'm going to give it one more year until I go full force into football. But for me, goal 2,000 subscribers. We're on the road to that. We're less than 80 away now. So go subscribe. Go subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your friends. To your family. Anybody that watches. And I appreciate everybody that's new here as well. On that note, I see all the blue on the screen. Where's my wrench? We got you, man. I know, but it's too obviously easy. I want it to be someone else. What are we talking about? Oh, when do you do your shorts? Do your CTA call to actions with it? Terrence, I'm gonna talk to you behind the scenes. I don't know what that means, and we'll talk about it right now. But on that note, y'all, blessings to you guys and your families. Tough to never last, but tough people doing. You guys are also tough people. Have a beautiful. Hey, go stuff your face with food tomorrow, man. It's gonna be a good one. Go eat, enjoy with your family, enjoy with your loved ones, because life is too short. So always tell your loved ones you love them. You have subscribe, click that like button, click on all notifications. That's a fact. Oh, I got you. I know what you're talking about. And on that note, y'all, this was another episode of 2 for 1 Nation podcast, man. Raider Twuan, the S Experience, aka boy Erick, and we are out. Peace.